We left off after having configured Nginx and PHP. We were able to create a PHP page to display information about our server. We don't want to access a VPS using only the IP address, and we want to use it by using our domain names. We have 2 domain names already set up. They will go to the same one. In the domain register, I have Y as a subdomain and www.y. Both go to the same place. This goes to my IP address, and also it's also going to come to my IP address. First thing we want to do is create a new site. Well, let's take a look at the existing site. The existing site, the default site is in var www.html. And there is our PHP info file that we created. But we want to create a site specifically for y.jj8i.com. So let's make a new directory using make dir. If we use the -p tag, it'll create the full directory. So we'll do it under var www, and we'll put it under y.jj8i.com, and we'll create HTML subfolder. So if we look at it, it's going to be empty. Let's go ahead and create an index file there. So if we go nano and then index.html. Let's put some simple HTML text here. So we'll save it, exit. So when we refresh our page, we want to view that page instead of viewing this default welcome to Nginx page. For that, we need to create a new Nginx site. So go ahead and do that. It's going to be under etc Nginx sites available, and we'll just give it any new name that we want. We'll call it y.jj8i.com. It's blank, but I put the template code on the lab site for us, so we can copy that and paste it here. Things are mostly done. We need to change 2 fields. Actually, there are 2 fields. The directory of where to find the files be in the y.jj8i.com. And then we need the server names, how we can access it using names instead of with the IP address. For a www site, we usually do the root domain and the www, so we'll do that here as well. And then we can also access it using the www.subdomain. I already have that pre-configured. We can verify that this exists. We'll copy it to the clipboard and save the file, and then we can, and yes, that is correct. In Nginx, there are 2 directories that you want to take a note of. The sites available are the configured sites, and the sites enabled are the ones that are active. So we need to activate this site so that we can access our new page. To do that, we use the link command to create a symbolic link. So it's ln-s for the link, and we give it the original file. This is going to be Nginx sites available, and then the configuration file. And we want to create a link to Etsy Nginx sites enabled. When we do this, we can now look at the sites enabled, and we can see that this site points to the file that we just created. So if we nano that, it'll open it up. Okay, now we can test a new site. First of all, make sure the configuration is fine. Restart Nginx. Now, if we refresh this, it should show our Hello World page, which it does. And it should work for both the www and the regular site. Okay, we have the PHP file, which we can't access it anymore because this was on our default site. Say not found. But we can move this file to our new site. You can just say move PHP site to, I'll just type it in, www, that's y dot, and then HTML. So now we should be able to find this file in this directory here. And if we refresh this site, it is here. So we now have a default site, and we have the site for this name specifically. We want to secure everything through HTTPS. So we can access it non-securely through the regular HTTP. If we put HTTPS here, it's going to say can't connect because we don't have it enabled. We can also use our curl command for testing. Just do it right now. Put j.herps y. It's going to bring back the page, or we can get the header information specifically by looking at head. It tells us the HTTP command 200 and the resulting code. If we try to connect it through here using HTTPS, it's going to give us an error code 35 SSL syscall error. So we will use a service called Certbot. Certbot is a free online service that gives you a certificate for 90 days. We'll use a package called Snap. It's a Snap package. We'll talk more about this in Lab 3. But for now, we'll just type these commands in. Snap install core. It should already be installed, and snap refresh core. So snap refresh and apt update will do basically the same thing. Different products call things differently. It's just downloading any updates. Okay, it updated. Now we can install Certbot. So we'll say snap install classic Certbot. This is a command off of the website that they gave us. Just using it directly. Creating the environment. Okay. It says Certbot is installed. Sometimes it might not find it. So they provided a command to link it to user binary directory, which we will do that. Okay, so we have it installed. Now we can use it to create a SSL certificate. So we'll go Certbot. And we're to do it for Nginx, not for Apache, so we'll specify Nginx. If you try to put a fake email address in, it might not work, but you can always try. Yes, we agree to the terms and services. Now it's going to ask us what size do we want to create a certificate for. I'm going to say both 1 and 2. The reason is I want to be able to access the site using both the www.y and just the y subdomain name. This will put the certificates together. Press enter. And it is creating them. It says it's done. Now we can test them both out. We can go curl, try it using the HTTPS, and it brought it back. And then we will also go, and it also brings it back. So now if we refresh this page, Control F5, it should automatically change to the secure site, which it did. Certificate is valid for 90 days.